As we look at that precipitation forecast, no surprise here as we put this into motion, a swath of heavy rain working through Michigan up into Canada, but also the northeast over the next 24 hours, but also parts of the east coast. Now what's going on is we have the remnant system, the remnants of Beryl working to the northeast, and then a ridge of high pressure trying to develop back over Tennessee and Kentucky. So you get kind of the moisture, the heaviest rain up around this little circle that is going to continue to strengthen and then work kind of retrograde a little bit back here towards the west going into the weekend. So as we put this into motion, not for the next 24 hours, but for the next 7 days, the heaviest rain will be felt in parts of the east coast down into Florida. And then, of course, what we just looked at over the next 24 to 48 hours back up with the remnants from Beryl. Pretty quiet and hot over here towards the west coast. Let's go talk more about that using the jet stream. You got a weak trough that's going to carry a lot of that Beryl moisture up to the northeast and then back out to the west. There's that ridge of high pressure that once again is going to dominate parts of the west coast, leading to some very hot temperatures, possibly into the hundreds in parts of Montana by Friday and Saturday with this kind of pattern setting up. So really not much in the way of relief from extensive rainfall or cool air, as again, we talked about this yesterday. The jet stream is going to try to dip south next week, next Sunday and into Monday, but a lot of that energy is going to be staying back up here to the north, which means a quiet pattern setting up in and across the United States. A typical summertime pattern that we are seeing after going through some very wet and turbulent weather regarding Hurricane Beryl. So this is again on Sunday and into Monday. There's that piece of energy, that cooler air that's going to try to move through, but for the most part, we're looking at quite the time period with dry and hot weather for the United States. We'll start off in Montana. That is a high of 101 degrees. Sunny skies, low of about 63. New York, you got some thunderstorms, high about 74 degrees in Canton, 65 with that low. And then Elk Plain, Washington, 89 degrees.